Hello brides and grooms, and in this video we are going to go over the top 10 wedding songs for 2021.
We have gone through each song and mapped out exactly where you can cut the music to have the ideal song length. A lot of the songs out there are just a little too long, and we don't want to feel that sort of awkward, painful experience of going over time. So we have shown you exactly where to cut for that ideal bite-sized dance.
For those of you who are new to this channel, she's Clara.
And he's Joel.
And we go over the tips and tricks on helping brides and grooms prepare for the wedding dance with ease and confidence.
We've got tons of tips on our channel, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified right away.
So let's dive into our top 10 picks of 2021. In our number 10 spot in our list is 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay with Justin Bieber. And the reason that we chose this song is because it's a little bit different than the usual cliche, slow and romantic wedding songs. It's a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more lively, and it should give you a slightly different feel to your wedding dance.
The concept of 10,000 hours really hits home for us as well. To become an expert at something, you need 10,000 hours of experience doing it. And to learn someone's heart in 10,000 hours and 10,000 more, I mean...
The lyrics are just wonderful. And speaking of wonderful, the length of this song is perfectly perfect.
No editing required.
Yeah, it's
2 minutes and 42 seconds, and so we don't even have to touch it.
But speaking of time, the amount of time used for their intro is quite short. It's only about 3 seconds long. We always suggest you start off the dance floor, and therefore, our tip for you is dance the song halfway through the first verse.
We're gonna show you what that looks like.
As you can see, we're waiting on the edge of the floor before the song starts. Here's the music, and we slowly get ourselves onto the dance floor. What we're looking for is the word me. There it is, and we start dancing together.
Perfectly timed for the first half of the phrase. Number 9 on our list of songs is Die a Happy Man by Thomas Rhett. We chose this song because it's a moderate, nice tempo to dance to, really nice and easy, sweet sounding, and great for you country fans out there.
It's perfect because it has a nice, simple intro. It's not too short, not too long. It's only 10 seconds, so it gives you just the right amount of time to get onto the dance floor and start dancing easily.
The length of song is slightly on the long side, 3 minutes and 45 seconds, but if you cut out the chorus and the bridge, it saves you about a minute, and then your song is a perfect ideal length.
Which brings us to the end of the song. Now the song has a 4-part repeat, which can kind of trip up couples if they're starting to dance to the song and actually think that the dance is going to end a little bit early. So just keep in mind that there's 4 parts, plus there's a little bit of a part right at the very end where he goes up, I can die, and then he finishes off nice and simple. So let's take a look and see what the ending will look like. So there's the first time he says it.
There's the second time.
And there is the third time.
So you know it's coming.
There's that double, and we prepare, and the dip. For song number 8 in our top 10 list is Dressed Up in White by Cal. Now it's a brand new song, or at least kind of new. It was released in 2020, so not a lot of people have been dancing to the song at their weddings. The song has a nice, simple, easy tempo, plus the words are just perfect because as you can imagine, Dressed Up in White is all about a wedding.
The song is slightly on the long side, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So especially if you are not planning to learn any special dance moves for your dance, maybe you still want to cut it down by taking out, again, the bridge and a chorus so that'll get you down to about 3 minutes. Which is still a good length of song.
Exactly. Now, if you are considering dancing to the song at your wedding, we're going to show you a nice, simple way of using the full verse this time to enter the floor and begin dancing.
That's because there is really no introduction in this song. He starts singing right from the get-go.
So here we are waiting on the edge of the floor as usual and waiting for the music to start. And there's the song.
He starts singing right away, but like we said, we're going to use the whole first verse to do the introduction. So you can walk quite slowly.
As far as loving you, well, you know I'm a little
Once Clara's finished her turnaround, we can do one more underarm turn.
As far as moments go, this is one we'll never forget.
And then we can get ourselves starting to dance.
Baby, I've wanted this for as long as I know.
Song number 7 is Dan and Shay's Speechless. We've had some couples choose this song because it is so beautiful. It's got a strong percussion to it, which makes it really easy to dance to.
Plus, there's a little bit of up and down and swelling of the music at different times, which gives it a nice dynamic feel. So if you're interested in getting some more moves under your belt, have a little bit more change within your dance, this will be a great song to dance to.
The length of song is just under 3.5 minutes, so we would suggest cutting out the bridge, which gets it down to 3 minutes.
And finally, if you are considering dancing to the song at your wedding, we suggest that you understand how slow the music really is. If you're planning on doing a very basic sway action for your home base, we do suggest you put in a tap action within your sways just to keep with the music. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Here we go. As you can tell, the music is quite slow.
The smell of your perfume.
And therefore it's helpful to be able to do a little bit of a tapping action to keep you with the music.
I know that I'll be a mess. The second that
In the number 6 spot is Yours by Russell Dickerson. And the reason that we chose this song is because it also has wonderful highlights and calm parts in the song, just like the previous song that we did from Dan and Shay.
Which makes it for more interesting for yourselves as well as for the audience.
That's right. But the energy is a little bit more clear and it has a lot more instrumentation too. So it gives it a fuller idea when you're listening to the music.
The intro is a perfect length. It's 18 seconds before he starts singing, which is a typical 4-bar intro that a lot of songs have. That is a perfect time for you to walk onto the floor and then start dancing as the lyrics begin.
Speaking of time, the song is on the longer side. It's about 3 minutes and 33 seconds. You can cut out another bridge and chorus, which takes out a minute or so of the song, which then brings it down to 2.5 minutes, which is almost too short.
It's fine if you're just doing a sway, but if you're gonna do a few moves, then it feels a little bit on the short side.
Yes.
So what our couples have done is they've gotten just a few extra little tricks and moves that they could do to fill up that 3.5.
Speaking of extra tricks and moves, if you guys are really wanting to do a lift in your wedding dance, this is a perfect song for that because it has a wonderful vocal crescendo that happens at 3:08. Let's take a look and see what that is. So we're into the big chorus and we're looking for the strong instrumental parts. There's the instrumental parts and we're preparing. Up we go!
Song number 5 is Can't Help Falling in Love by Kina Grannis. Now this song has been done time and time again, but this Kina Grannis version has been made popular by the movie Crazy Rich Asians, and we suggest that you choose the original version instead of the soundtrack version.
And why is that, Clara?
Because the original version actually has the perfect intro length, whereas the movie one has a really super long intro that you would have to cut.
Exactly, and so just having that perfect time gives you just the right amount of time to walk onto the dance floor and get yourselves casually starting to dance instead of doing many actions.
As well, the soundtrack version has a big dramatic pause in the middle.
And it could turn into an awkward pause instead of dramatic pause.
Indeed. So if you don't have anything specifically planned for that, it could, turn out a little awkward.
Exactly.
So take it from me, choose the original version and then you'll have no problems.
Exactly. In terms of now editing the music, it is a little bit long, but there's a perfect part where you can start to fade out at 2:58 without having to worry about splicing the music in the middle of the song.
We're going to show you what that looks like.
Here's the closing part of the song. We're feeling it. Out we go in love, and down on you. In fourth spot in our list comes Perfect by Ed Sheeran. It's on everybody's list and it's number 4 on ours. We've done a whole video on this song, so we're not going to go into any detail in this video, but check out the link in the description below and watch the full video specific to Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
So before we dive into our top 3,
I'm so excited, I can't wait.
we'd love for you to share with us some of your ideas of what you're going to do for your wedding dance.
Exactly, we're always looking for new ideas and new inspiration. Sometimes we have clients come up to us and say, hey Joel and Claire, we want to learn how to dance from you guys, but we don't know which song to do. And if we just build our library just a little bit bigger with the help of you guys, we'd love it.
So moving on to song number 3, we have chosen Conversations in the Dark by John Legend.
That's right, we love John Legend. He's a wonderful artist, does so many great songs, and All of Me has been a very standard song that so many people have danced to and loved.
Definitely one of our top picks for many years.
That's right, but we thought we'd refresh this top 10 list a little bit for you guys and do Conversations in the Dark.
The song is 4 minutes long, so we suggest splicing it down again to just over 3 minutes, and then it'll be more manageable. It's got a perfect intro of 15 seconds before he starts singing.
Yep, and the tempo is quite good, yet it is a little bit elusive. So what we're going to do for you is we're going to show you just at the beginning of the song us starting to dance, and we're going to count it for you just to make sure that you guys know what the beat is. So we've already got onto the dance floor and you're wondering what the beat is? Well, it's gonna look and sound like this.
Beat isn't very strong, so you gotta really listen for it.
Exactly. Step, tap, step, tap.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In our number 2 spot, we have Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. Now this song has the perfect tempo. It's not too fast, not too slow, it's just right, and it's so easy to dance to for so many couples.
The lyrics are so amazing. If you listen to the song, it's about bringing breakfast in bed with a kiss on the head and waving goodbye when they're dropping off the kids to school. I mean, it makes me melt. The song is just under 3.5 minutes, and I was listening to it over and over to see where you could splice. I just didn't want to take anything out because it's so beautiful. There's maybe a tiny little bridge that you can take out. It only saves you about 10 seconds. So really, my suggestion would be learn some dance moves just to fill up the time and do the whole song.
Yeah, speaking of the whole song, the ending has a 4-part repeat. And we're gonna show you just what that looks like and when you can start to prepare for your final pose. So here's the first of 4.
Here's the second.
And there's the third.
So now there are 4, so you gotta start preparing.
There we go, out she goes. And we're in the dip.
And in number 1 spot, drum roll please. It is You Are the Reason by Callum Scott and Leona Lewis.
Yeah, and one of the main reasons why we chose this song for our number 1 song is because it's a duet with a man and a lady.
It is absolutely perfect, gorgeous song, beautiful lyrics. It's also a great dynamic song which has highlights and low points that makes it so interesting.
Definitely. The intro is a perfect length. It's just a few seconds, about 15 seconds long, and it gives you just enough time to get on the floor, do a little small action, and then get yourself dancing.
The length of the song is perfect. It's just over 3 minutes. You could possibly cut it, but again, this song is so hard to cut because it's so beautiful and there's just nowhere to cut. So I would again suggest learn some moves, do a few fancy things to fill up the music.
Speaking of fancy things, this song has kind of a double crescendo at about 2:10 and 2:18 or so. We're going to show you how we can incorporate a turn within the couple as well as a lift to kind of highlight those two double actions. All right, here we go. We're thinking about the double highlight.
It's coming.
Out we go. Reason, boom. And up.
If you'd like more ideas on what song you can dance to, check out our free song list in the description below.
And if you'd like some more advice and guidance on making your wedding dance preparations just a little bit more stress-free, check out this checklist down over here in the description below.
If you haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.
See you guys in the next video. Bye!